Hello, fellow travelers. This is your host, the Celtic Ogonopsid. I'm going to be starting a segment called Midnight Ramblings, and what I'm going to be trying to do in these segments is reading some of my old things that I wrote in my journal, and kind of go off on a tangent after reading them to see if I can expand upon the thought more. So let's get into this. Pray, let me out of these chains on this angry gray sea. Break me out of this prison in my mind. Set me free from this hell that I am surrounded by. Pray, let me out of this hateful place. Break me out of these chains that hold back the artful spirit. Let me free so I can be me. Pray, let the artisan that lies within the dark corners of my mind be set free. That this kind-hearted soul not be held by the things that keep me up at night. That the horrors that I have went through, the horrors that would make a strong man weep, never happen to another soul. Pray, break me from the past that still haunts me. Pray that one day I may be a great man. The thought process, I'm kind of going, well, let's not go with that. What I want to do, essentially, with this is to become a better person. That, yeah, you guys probably don't know this, but when I was growing up, I was abused as a child. And when that happened, oh god, this is kind of rough, guys. My parents would drown me, and my siblings. My siblings were also abused, but we were drowned. We were beaten with belts. I was beaten once till I bled. We were locked in closets while our parents went and partied. We were also... My dad one time accidentally broke my arm, and it was an accident. It wasn't anything intentful, but I'm gonna pull up the script that I had for this. We had been gagged with duct tape and held to some chairs. And my dad would duct tape our hands and feet together so that, we would know what it's like to be a common criminal. And this was all when my siblings and I were very young. I was around 4 or 5 when this went down. My brother was about 3 or 4. My sister 5 or 6. My youngest brother at the time, he would be just left in the playpen to cry for hours and hours on end. And those are the things that keep me up. Those are the things that bother me. Those are the things that I'm talking about. And throughout that time, I have held this anger and bitterness and resentment towards my mother. I can't really hold resentment against my father because he's dead. And my mother's boyfriend, he had sexually assaulted my sister, and I actually one time tried to intervene and had the crap kicked out of me because of that. And what really kind of gets under my skin about this whole thing is he got a plea deal. Yeah, that sick fuck got a plea deal, and he's out now. He's free to live his life however he chooses to live it. And I honestly hope that bastard gets what he deserves to on his judgment. But when I was saying about the artisan within my mind, it's essentially that if you guys don't know, I'm actually an artist. I tend to draw. You can find me on my second channel. There's a link to my art page. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be great. Great way to support both channels. If you want anything designed, email me at the email that is listed. And yeah, that's just a nice little plug-in right there for you guys who are interested in that and want to see. If you guys want to see my art, just comment down in the bottom. But anyway, what I'm trying to get through to this situation is that throughout my life, I've had things that haunt me, things that burden me, that just kind of hold me back, and I'm just asking for, well, I was asking in that writing to essentially any form of help that could make the situation possibly better. I was almost at the end of my rope at that time, and I honestly don't know how to continue this episode, so I'm gonna end this here. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this, and this has been your fellow traveler, the Celtic Organopsid, signing off.